TF Jess with TTG,
Yep,
train to
yep,
go.
yep.
I love that. That kind of, to me, I mean, it has a vibe of its own, but it kind of reminds me of like some gangsta, like back when Lil Wayne was like the ish.
Yeah.
That's the vibes I'm getting. Like,
I mean, yeah, it's like the gangster without having to appear to be gangster. That's the kind of gangster I
right. Without having to.
am. Yeah, I don't have to appear to be a gangster. I just live that gangster life.
So South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Tell me what it's like over there. Cause I've never been.
Oh man. Well, see, I was born there, and then like I told you, I was a military kid. I moved after that, but for college, I went back to Clemson University, and as far as I know, I mean, I like it. It's nice. It's a beautiful place to be. It's just not fast. There's no NBA team, no NFL, no NHL, no anything. If we want to go somewhere, we go to see Atlanta Hawks or we go see Charlotte Hornets or whatever they are now. There's really nothing in South Carolina. A bunch of people.
So is that something that you plan to move away from, especially for your career, or what is your plan?
My plan is I want to do a lot of psychiatry in South Carolina. But as far as music, no, I don't want to push. I mean, I was out there for about 2 years, and I mean, I got a lot of support, but it's just not the same. Like I came to Houston, and there's nothing but love since I got here. So it's a little bit different as far as music.
And so you said that you want to do some psychology over there.
Oh yeah.
What are some of the issues and things that are being faced in that area?
South Carolina is horrible for homelessness, especially in children. A lot of neglect in children. There's a lot of programs. There are some programs that they're trying to put in place for young males. And I'm with that. I'm with the young males, but we also have young women.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to push along the young women's side. I'm there for all the kids. But I feel that we do a lot for young men, but not enough for young women. So that's where I would want to start.
Why do you think that there's a lot of neglect?
I mean, the news for sure. There's always.
But do you know what is possibly creating that? Like, is it just because I know that there's neglect here?
Oh yeah, there's neglect everywhere.
But I just feel with it being like a slower city state. I mean, how do you think is there
issues
drugs?
Issues being so because it's a slower state, issues being solved is slower. So it's like, we have issues, but then those don't get resolved, and then you have more issues coming. So it's like a backup of issues. Like there's a lot of issues that need to be taken care of in the South, period. I mean, just a lot of stuff.
What were you going to say?
Marijuana should be legal everywhere, because I love it.
I mean, a lot of people do believe that it's on its way. I mean, it's taking time. But
I mean, yeah, but I believe, like, as far as the medication goes, because I have dealt with, kids with cerebral palsy and autism and things like that. And I mean, if you just give them 1 drop of THC, seizures stop. I mean, and some of these seizures actually kill kids. There's a lot of kids die from seizures, every year. And it's just like, if we can lessen that just from a drop of THC, I'm not sure why we wouldn't.
Right.
It's just a lot of money involved.
Yeah, there's a lot of money that could be made as well, but then there's a lot of backroom deals and things that are not spoken of as to why it's not widespread.
Right.
And I know that there's, like in Denver, they're seeing so much money, people that are moving there, especially people with these illnesses that need it readily available.
In Denver, they can actually employ homeless people to pick up trash. because of that. And that's crazy.
And that makes a huge difference.
Right. It turns homeless people not into so homeless anymore.
Right.
So I mean, it comes full circle in my opinion.
I also want to know, where do you see your music going? So the label, from, I guess if we speak about what you see for the future, like the beacon of where you want to be, what do you see for yourself?
I have, out of South Carolina, I have 4 artists. I have models, producers, I have producers from all over. I want to own my own entertainment label that produces all kind of music, also works on documentaries, maybe even series. But I don't want it to only be music. It's an entertainment label. You know, it's comedy, it's music, it's movies, it's TV shows, it's anybody with any kind of talent. I'm here for.
Yeah, that's powerful because things aren't so siloed anymore. It's not just music. It's
Right.
not just films.
Right.
With the media, Facebook, Instagram, there's so many avenues to practice your creativity and your art and to be visible with YouTube. I mean, broadcast yourself. Back in the day, you used to have to go to Motown and take your demo and all this, and now it's like you just have the drive. Like I was speaking earlier about, I didn't even know what an entrepreneur was when I was in middle school or high school.
Right.
And now everywhere you look, it's all these self-made entrepreneurs. Like, we are unstoppable.
Oh yeah.
So for you to have that vision and goal, that's phenomenal. That's powerful.
I appreciate that.
That really is. And I think with you being transparent about the things that you have gone through and overcome, that is going to change so many lives. You know, musically, through your practice with psychology, that's so needed. If you were to move somewhere other than South Carolina, where would it be and why?
It would probably not be in the U.S. It would probably be like Ghana or Nigeria or something like that. But
And why is that?
right now, nobody's really feeling the U.S. It's just a lot going on, and I don't understand it yet. I'm very ignorant to all of the stuff that's going on, and I'm slowly learning and trying to learn. But if I don't live in South Carolina or somewhere in the South, I would rather move out of the country for sure.
I know that Ludacris just got
Ghana.
Yeah, he. That comes at a very interesting time with all this World War III talk.
Yeah, there's a few others that are trying to get citizenship in Nigeria.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you know, on the Shade Room, I think a few days ago they posted a few memes of a lot of jokes and things about the World War III. And then, did you see that guy that went viral for saying, you know, you guys are making fun of it, but I'm out here like really worried about my life.
Yeah, I believe there was a picture on Facebook that had like a lot of the soldiers lined up in Atlanta getting on airplanes to go over yesterday. Funny thing is both of my parents are in the military, so
Wow.
maybe they'll go fight for our country.
I really don't think we can handle another war.
No.
But we'll just see what happens. I just know that everything that's happening is supposed to happen.
Right.
Even though it doesn't make sense, even though we all have our opinions about people in office and all these factors, everything that's happening, someone already knows.
Right.
And there's a reason for it all.
Right.
And in that same thought process, the things that you went through, how do you feel about those? Do you feel like they shaped you, and, you know, are you
Oh yeah.
thankful for those? Like, what is your thought process on the things that you've been through?
My thought process is that I do believe that they did shape me. I do believe that I am a better person than I am today, than I would be yesterday. But I do think I would also benefit from having both of my parents in my life. But with or without them, I'm gonna keep rocking. So, I mean, I'm just gonna be who I am, irregardless. I'm not gonna change my sexuality because they don't approve of it, or I'm not gonna change anything about me. Either they're gonna accept me or they're not. So, and that's for anybody, honestly. So, I mean, I don't really see much change in myself. I've been the same old person since I was 10.
You know, there's something really freeing though in not living your life for other people, because we see so much of that now.
Oh yeah.
People that claim to be this, claim to be that, claim to have this and that, and it's just like, we're tired of it. Like, I'm so tired of seeing the same stuff on Instagram, the same shoes that are popular. And, I mean, there was a time where I felt that I needed to have certain things, and now I'm like, man, I could care less. Like, do I have clothes to cover my body? Yes. You know?
Food to eat, house over there, you know. Yeah, I agree. Like, I've never really been, flashy about things. Me, I'm more of a type of person that I need to have a house to come home to before I have a car with 22s on it, you know.
Right.
But to each his own. People, some people live their lives to please other people. Some people don't even live their own lives at all and die not knowing it.
Yeah.
I don't want to be one of those people.
Me either. Who is an artist right now that you look up to?
Right now, I believe one of my favorite artists as of right now is Kevin Gates.
Oh my God.
I listen to a lot of his music. I believe he was also a psychology major.
I believe it.
But he is, I like the way he gets his story across. He does tell stories, and I mean, I feel like if you listen to his words, you can actually feel what he's trying to say if you've been there,
Yeah.
if you can relate, it's good music.
I know. He is good.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think one of my favorites, I mean, of course, everyone likes the Two Phones.
Oh yeah, classics.
I mean, like those, but there's one that he put out recently, Push It.
And that's a good one.
That's, the video.
I'm singing it in my head right now.
Yes, he's really good. And then he was on a record with, I think, Plies, All of the Above.
Yep.
Lit.
Yep. He has a few ones. I like, he's got a song called Me Too.
Heard that
He's
one.
got a song called The World Loves. And I agree with him 100% about that.
Yeah. What do you think about Kanye West and his new genre?
I don't even think about Kanye West.
Wow.
I think Kanye West is he's great for entertainment. But as far as all the other stuff that he's got going on, like the Jesus, Kanye, Yeezy, yeah, like to me, it just seems like Ye comes out with gimmicks a lot to get attention. At first he was a Trump supporter, and then he did all that, and then, now it's like, where is he at now? Like, Trump's about to get blown up, and, you don't hear anything from Kanye. But then, now he's with Joel Osteen doing church. I don't know what he's gonna do next. I don't care.
That's one thing about him. No one knows what anyone's gonna do.
Right.
But I think he's very good at marketing.
Oh yes, he's an
good
entertainer.
at that. But I do think that therein, with like a lot of people judging, I think that mainly I just pray for him, because I can't imagine his mind. And one thing, when I did watch the special at Lakewood, it was very phenomenal. So he's like a curator. He knows how to put the right people together, like the pastor that he has on the Sunday service, all the singers, phenomenal. But the thing that I didn't like, I appreciate where he's going with it, because I have friends that never would have listened to CHH, that type of Christian hip hop. But since Kanye did it, now it's like, okay, now we want to hear all that.
Right.
But I just was a little thrown back by that special at Lakewood, because he was literally reading the lyrics off off of his cell phone for one of the songs, a couple of the songs. And I was like, if you're Kanye West, you couldn't learn your lyrics first, or at least have it in your ear, you know? Like, when you have that much accessibility, like, he could just be like, 2 in the morning, yo, let's meet at the studio, I'm gonna write this. But I'm assuming it moved faster than he was ready, because he didn't know his lyrics yet. And bam, it's this album. And then in Christmas, it's another album. I mean, I wish him the best. But you're right. Who knows what he's gonna do? But if
I have no idea.
who knows?
I don't know.
We'll see. Hopefully, he's not gonna be blowing up anytime soon with Trump, as you say.
Man, I hope not. We still need him. Like, I love him, but just as far as his music and stuff, I don't know about it.
Yeah. So, what do you want to get into next? Do you want the Ain't Eaten?
We can do Ain't Eaten.
Okay.
That's the one that got popular quick.
Okay, let's do that one next, and then we'll be right back with TF Jess.
Y'all say